Alright, hey everyone. Okay, so nearly 2 weeks ago, I released a video regarding the history of Sega World London, which has slowly been shared across various Sega and arcade fan sites and interest groups. The response from that video has been pretty good so far, and one of the things that I often hope will happen when I release these videos, which explore obscure histories, is that some people that actually have more information which isn't known about and hasn't yet been published yet actually come out and share what they know and also fill in some of the blanks of the various stories and some of the information that we currently have. It's always great when this happens, and you can finally solve some of the mysteries that still remain. Even when you are absolutely thorough in your investigations and research, there's almost always one last little thing that remains unknown. And especially with Sega World London, whilst we're still waiting to see images of the gift shop, and I'm still waiting for a Pewtersonic pin badge, I have actually been told a little bit of information about the gift shop itself, so I now have a much better idea as to what it's actually like, as well as what the House of Grandish ride was actually like. But those stories are for another time. Today, though, I would like to bring to your attention something which I'm frankly amazed to see. And even I have to kind of laugh about the fact this is becoming a bit of an unexpected trend for this channel. In the video, I showed several iconic Sega World London Sonic statues which were on display throughout the park, from the entrance outside to the incredible surfing statue, and even the iconic giant statue with the spinning globe on the finger. In the video, I mentioned that one statue was now in the care of Sega Amusements, but the fate of the others was pretty much unknown, and some urban legends even state that the statues were actually left in the park for years before the entire Trocadero was completely renovated. Well, as of last night, the mystery of one of the other statues was finally solved. The giant Sonic statue with the rotating globe, the one which is arguably the most iconic statue in the entire park, has been found. Twitter user Tedworth618, who runs the Ted's Arcade Gaming blog, contacted me late last night with some new information. It turns out that the statue hasn't been destroyed, and there's picture evidence to prove it. The photo you're looking at now was taken at some point in the last 7 days. It's the statue. It's the Sega World statue of Sonic rotating the globe on his finger. Now, the person who actually took the picture, and in turn the current owners of the building and the statue itself, haven't actually given permission to be named, so out of respect, I'm not going to go into details as to where the statue is actually located. Even I've not been told the exact location of the statue or the people behind it. I have a very rough idea, so I'm just going to take this time to actually talk a little bit about it. Because after I posted this image to Twitter the other night, I've noticed that a few people have raised a few concerns, and there's been a few questions that some people have had since the images were posted and have been passed around various fan sites and fan groups. So first of all, yeah, I fully agree. The fact that this Sonic statue appears to be doing all of his homework or busy doing his paperwork doesn't exactly fill you with much confidence, but the statue is in fact being looked after. And to explain this more, I think I should point out a few facts here. The statue is first of all in a place with security. Yeah, the building is an actual building where business is going on, and as a result, there's security there. The statue is indoors, and it has been in this location since shortly after Sega World actually closed down. It's been here for years. This means that it doesn't have anywhere near the level of wear and tear on it as it would be if it was out in the open. I mean, we've seen the state of the Sally statue from Sega World Sydney, and even the poor statue that's up on the Japanese mountain. But this statue, which was made to be displayed indoors, is still indoors and has been left indoors for years, and almost nobody has been interacting with it. So its condition is pretty much as it was when it was still in the park. So another thing that I've seen some people say is that this is just hoarding for the sake of it. They shouldn't have it. They should give it to the fans or put it out on display. No, that's completely wrong. Yeah, Again, I've got to be really careful here because I don't want to give too much information out because obviously the people wish to remain somewhat anonymous at the moment. But the people that actually do have it, they do have security in their building. The statue has been kept indoors and it has been kept safe and it is being looked after. I know it doesn't look like it in the picture, but it is actually being looked after and taken care of. This isn't like the Sega World Sydney statue where the guy that owns the junkyard is just blatantly keeping it for the sake of it and clearly does not care if it just wastes away into nothing. These people do actually and do clearly care for the statue. In fact, if they hadn't have stepped in when Sega World was being shut down, it would have likely been destroyed. And when I think their identity is revealed, you'll kind of understand that fully. I know this is a big case of, oh, just trust me on this, but yeah, trust me on this. This isn't a case of the junkyard owner. This is more a case of this company took it because they wanted it and they didn't want to see it destroyed, and they don't really have anywhere else to put it except in this storeroom, which of course, as over the years, has had more stuff put in there around it. So I kind of hope you kind of understand what I'm getting at from that very, very slightly ambiguous explanation, and even I freely admit it's not the best one. But anyway, another thing that's kind of been raised is that, does it still have the arm? Well, I don't know this 100%, but apparently some people have pointed out the arm that was holding up the globe, it looks like it's been broken off or removed. I would say that it's probably been removed, because a lot of these statues are designed to actually be taken apart in cases of maintenance and also for transporting them around. In fact, virtually every giant Sonic statue that you see, including ones which you can find in various gaming stores, they are designed to be taken apart, and in some cases they're designed to be taken apart in rather comical ways, such as this picture will show you. But anyway, so it is very, very likely that the arm with the globe is still in fact intact somewhere. It's just that the room that it's in isn't tall enough for it to be fully constructed, so they've had to take bits of it, basically take bits of it apart so they can fit it in this one room. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't care if the statue is in pieces, but all the pieces are together and it can be rebuilt again. That's perfectly fine if you ask me. But anyway, I think that's the majority of the questions and the basically the most common criticisms, let's just say, that some people have had since the revelation this statue is in fact still intact has come to light now. But like I said at the start of the video, I'm frankly amazed that this statue is not only still intact, or at least still exists, but how good a condition it's in. I mean, we've seen horror stories with the Sega World Sydney statue, and let's be honest here, the Japanese statue is slowly wearing away now, and this could have very easily been another case of that, but it's not. It still exists, and it is still looking pretty good. So I hope that the people that do own this statue do decide to take it out and put it on display so we can actually see it in all its glory one more time, because it does deserve to have its time to shine every now and again. It is a really iconic piece of not only Sega and Sonic history, but also gaming history for that matter. So I would like to see it fully constructed just one more time, just to sort of have one final, hey, remember, I used to be awesome, and I still am awesome. Just one kind of final farewell bow. That would be pretty cool. But anyway, guys, I think that's all I can say on this. Very big thank you to Tedworth, who sent me this information and who got in touch with the person that did know where the statue actually was. And a big thank you to that mystery person who took the picture. And a huge thank you to the company who actually rescued it from when it was going to be destroyed and for keeping it in such a safe condition. So yeah, only thing I've got to say is, please let us see it just one more time in all its glory, and then we'll let this one continue playing his most epic game of hide and seek behind the paperwork. See you next time. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this look at the Sega World London statue, please click that like button, and if you'd like to join the Badnik Army and be notified of when I upload a new video, please click that subscribe and bell notification button, or otherwise just follow me on Twitter where I also post regular updates. The videos wouldn't be possible without the help from my kind donators and supporters. If you'd like to join Team Awesome and further support the channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Links to do so are in the video description. Otherwise, please share this video with others who you'll think enjoy it. But most of all, just thank you for taking the time out to watch and enjoy the work I produce. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you.